Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Stitch and Style by me, Nadia, and today is Vlogmas day 22. And as some of you may have noticed, I've had a little gap from doing Vlogmas, and that's because I have had quite a bad cold, and yeah, I've just not felt up to getting in front of the camera. I've had a red nose, I've been blowing my nose constantly, I had a sore throat, etc. But fortunately I am feeling much better than I did, and I've got quite a bit to share with you. Now I probably won't share it all today, so look out for a makes video in the new year where I will share all what I've been getting up to. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about today. So the first being my advent calendar, and I think the last I opened, well, I did record a vlog and I published it, but I quickly took it down. I wasn't feeling quite well enough to publish a vlog at that time. The last thing that I opened was this clear elastic, and I've not opened any of my advent calendar since. So I think the next day that I'm on is 15. So let's see what this is. It's like kind of long and bendy. Not sure what it is. Well, it's something prim. Oh, and I saw this had been in another advent calendar of someone else's. I forget whose it was. And it says it's a hand gauge. Wonder if each one of those little grooves is a centimetre. Let's have a look. Actually, I can measure it, can't I? No, I think that's just under a centimetre actually. But I suppose it helps you work out where the next centimetre is on the ruler. Because sometimes that actually can be difficult to see, can't it? Oh, I didn't try and guess this one. This is number 16. And I've got recycled thread, and that's what the green signifies at the bottom, is that it's recycled. I assume it's polyester, but they're really handy anyway. You can't get enough black and white thread. I have actually missed opening these little gifts every day, but I just wasn't feeling in the mood anyway. Oh, it's a key ring. That's cool. I'd rather be sewing, it says on it, but that's going. I'm going to attach my keys to that for sure. Overall, I have been really happy with this calendar. I think this feels like press studs, snap fasteners. They're handy. 21 I've got now. I think this is buttons. Let's have a look. They're so cute. So little black flower button. Oops. Little black flower buttons. They're sweet, aren't they? Oh, I do like those. They're very fun. And today's, well, it's something round. Maybe it's tape, like ribbon or tape or something. Let's have a look. Oh, I left out number 19. I've got number 19s to do. Oh, these are scissor sharpeners. I do actually have some scissor sharpeners already. I saw people in another advent calendar getting scissor sharpeners, and I was thinking, oh, that's useful, but I already have some. So, a good gift. Oh, I missed two, 19 and 20. Oh, I've got lots of things to open. Feels like it's Christmas Day today. Not that I've ever had lots of gifts to open on Christmas Day, actually. Ooh! This is fun. Oh, so this is pins with these love hearts. I like these love heart ends on them. But I doubt you can put your iron anywhere near those, so we just have to be careful with the iron. And 20, I think this is needles. So we've already had, I think, universal needles, so maybe this is jersey needles. 4-point needles. Super handy. Oh, thanks Jess. I've really enjoyed opening all those gifts all at once actually. I have been back at work now a couple of days, and I'm just trying to get my head back into gear with work. So I'm just working at home and it's my lunch today. Now I've got quite a busy week ahead. Actually, I know it's not nice being ill, but I did think at least it wasn't while I was on holiday, and at least it's not over Christmas. So it's not very good for work wise because I had to have a few days off, but I now feel like I'm well enough now to get out and about and to go and do some things. So the only thing that I have done over the past few days in terms of getting out is to go for a walk, and that was on, I think it was Thursday last week. Just me and Ben went for a little walk down to, well, we drove down to Reddish Vale, which is our local little country park, and it's really pretty there. I've taken some footage, so I'll include that at the end. It was a very frosty, cold day. Both me and my husband said we'd never seen it so iced over before, and actually we tried a little bit at the edge, the ice, and it seemed really quite thick, so there were some signs up to say it's thin ice, and I can imagine a bit further out maybe it was a little bit thinner, but people getting caught out, you know, with the ice as it was, because it does seem quite hard at the edges. But I definitely would not like to end up going through the ice and getting wet. So it's been a little bit disappointing as well that I've had to step back from doing Vlogmas. I did really enjoy the days that I was able to do, and I wanted to thank everybody for watching and for giving me such lovely feedback. I have really enjoyed it, and I feel like I would definitely want to do it again. Now, because I've not been able to go out really, and I've not really been able to sleep very much because I've been so congested, so the only really thing that I could put my energies into was to do a bit of sewing, and I've got quite a few makes to share with you. I am going to share those in an upcoming vlog, but I'll just talk about the project that I'm currently working on. And if you watched my Vlogmases from last week, I think I mentioned it in one of those. Now I forget what I've mentioned when, but I said about the Ava skirt and sewing one of those up. Now I did actually complete an Ava skirt, but I did the waist size 12 and the hip a size 14, and it was actually it was quite a bit too small for me. I think I followed one of the wrong lines. So one of the lines was a 12. I think it was either on the front or the back when I first did the pattern. Cut it out because the size 14 is for a 42 hip, and that's what I normally put my hip at. And so I thought it was going to fit perfectly, the size 14. Anyway, I made a little mistake when I was following the lines, cutting out the pattern on one of the sides, and so I'd cut a size 12 out, either on the front or the back, and I was looking at the skirt and I was thinking, actually that looks a little bit too small. So I'd done a lining for it and I basted the lining together, and it was too small. I could barely, well, it was skin tight over my hips, had absolutely no wearing ease whatsoever. Now I did re-measure myself and I am actually a 42 and a half hip, So it could be a combination of me not cutting out the right size and maybe my shape changing slightly has meant that, yeah, it didn't fit. So I'd already cut out all the pieces. I was halfway through the construction process and I thought I might as well finish. To rectify the issue with it being too small, I did put a panel down the side, and you can see there where the panel is that I've put in, and now it actually fits nicely. So because this is a little bit patched together, I know people wouldn't really notice that unless I pointed it out. I don't know, I just because I know it's there, I know that I probably won't reach for this, and I know that I'm daft for thinking that, but I've just used this now as a practice. So this is my practice skirt, and I'm making another. So this was made out of the material that was from the Sawtell dress that I'd made, the practice version. And so yeah, it has been used twice, this material, for toiles. I went back to the pattern and I added some width onto especially the hip, and I'm hoping that I've made it big enough. I've got the lining of the skirt, sorry you can't see it very well because it's in black, but I've done the lining and I've used, I think this is the Cupro. I bought a very long time from Rainbow Fabrics and I'm really happy with how this feels. So the lining's done and I've not started sewing up, so I've just like marked on with chalk my darts. There's 2 darts on the back and there's 4 darts on the back, I should say, and 2 darts on the front. So I've just got to do those darts, put it together, and yeah, I'm sure that will come together very quickly, and I think it's going to make a great addition to my wardrobe. So that's what I'm currently working on. And if I didn't say, it's the Ava Skirt by Sew Over It, which is just a plain kind of skirt with a waistband, and it's a normal zip. And I don't know if this is called a lap zip, but how it kind of works is you have these 2 little flaps of material that cover the teeth of the zip and meet in the middle. So that's how the zip works on the Ava skirt, and it's a really nice, quite simple sew. Obviously the fitting on this, because it's a fitted skirt, is very crucial, and yeah, I didn't get it right. So I perhaps should have checked out more closely the measurements and also remeasured my hip just to and waist, obviously, to make sure that I'm still the same size, or change shape constantly because we're human beings. So I don't think I'm going to do anything more on the skirt tonight. This morning we got up really early and we went to do all of our supermarket shopping. So we've got that done now. We've got Christmas dinner, and I'm also having my whole family round next week to go to the panto. And yeah, we're going to the panto, and then afterwards people are going to be coming back for food. So there's 20 of us in total, which is really nice. So that's what I'm doing rather than giving Christmas presents, is taking my family to the panto. Everybody's invited round afterwards. One of my sisters and her boyfriend are vegans, so I've decided just to do the whole of the menu to be vegan rather than having to do different meals. And so I'm making a vegan chilli and we're going to have jacket potatoes and guacamole, and we're going to do some salsa, and we're going to have some tortilla chips, and for the kiddies I'm going to do vegan hot dogs and chips. So we've got all the food in today, and tomorrow is going to be an exciting day, but I will tell you more about that tomorrow. So I'll sign off for now, and hopefully I'll catch up with you. Now, actually, saying that I will do some filming tomorrow, but I probably won't get a chance to upload my vlog until Christmas Eve. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you Christmas Eve. Bye!